Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. Today is a Friday, so grab something red, wear something red, put some red lipstick on because we are ED every Friday to remember everyone deployed. So I'm going to jump into happy hour. Last week was our great meetup in Metamora, Illinois. We had such a great time with so many of you in the live chat. I'm going to try to share some pictures. I won't share any videos, although it's very tempting. We had such a great time, and I can't wait for the next one so we can all get together again. But jump in the live chat, tell us your favorite part of the meetup, and we'll be right back with Clint Westwood right after this. Cheers. Cheers, Westwood. How you doing?
Cheers.
Have you you got a little water going? Have you fully recovered?
I'm still recovering. I'm detoxing.
Zach from WBRT, the show I do on Thursday, got to join us. He was kind of one of the newer people joining the crew, which is great. I love having new people come to the meetup and get to meet so many of like our OG crew. And he had some great discussions. He really enjoyed it. But he did say that, wow, you guys like put it down. I was impressed. So it was a good time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great time. So you're recovering, you're hydrating.
Yeah. Not drinking tonight. Now, Sunday night was the last one for, we'll see. I'll let it go for a while and see what happens. You know, I'm always switching things up.
That's
Switch
good.
it up. Change the scenery.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all the leftovers, you know, so I ate more than I usually do this week, and I'm just like, oh, man, crazy. But no, it was great. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, we didn't have a lot of leftovers. I've managed to put most of them away, and yeah.
Oh, big shout out to mom. Well, to both moms. To both of my mom, Crypto Nana, for LTC for the donation of extra cots that came in handy because we had
Yes,
extra
they did.
people come in and we needed a place to have them stay. But also to Westwood's mom, she made the most delicious, and it was vegetables all out of her garden. So it was like Garden of Eden salad, and she made this fresh, and she like makes her own mayonnaise and everything. Like all of this stuff is like homemade, fresh, perfect. She made this most delicious vegetable, like not it wasn't pasta salad, but it was like a veggie salad, and it was so good. I had that with my steak, my little filet, and it was so delicious. So thank you, Mom. I loved it.
I thought that was Nana's dish.
No,
Mom's dish.
no, and so that's I saw that on your video, and I was
I
like,
don't even know who brought what. See, this is my problem. I'm just
no,
like,
and
who
so
brought
I
it?
was like, oh, he's calling my mom, his mom, or his
Yeah,
mom, my
okay.
mom.
I was thinking you brought that up from Nana's. I didn't know.
No, it was
That was
your
okay.
mom.
That's what she made.
Yeah, it was your mom, and so I was like, is he calling his mom my mom? Or does he think that my mom made that? So that
That's
was
what I thought.
actually your mother. Yes.
Okay. Because
Westwood.
you probably said mom made this.
I
And
did.
then
I
I
said
thought,
mom made this.
okay, that's what I thought. And then I thought, oh, your mom.
No,
It was
my
my mom.
mom. I
No,
just call her mom.
I know. Now I get it. It's a show about nothing.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Oh, it's
Man. No, it's fine. No, it was wonderful. It was a great event. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And yeah, I can't wait to do it again. It's just so damn hot.
it was hot.
It's hot this week.
But you also had added so much to the farm, and the room was great where we had the meetup. They had, I mean, the carnival was going on and there were tons of vendors. They had some really cool stuff. So people like enjoyed checking all of that out. And then we were at the room and we had, all of that going on. And that great bartender, what was her name? Babbling Brook, you called her?
Brooke, Babbling Brook.
She was a doll. And Thorand gave us a fun game of like, he went around and gave people mercury dimes. And then he was like, give the bartender one. And then you keep the rest. Well, I ended up giving all mine away. But then Thorand, I guess Charlie made it. He said, well, I think Thorand knew you were going to do that. So he gave me some more. So he gave my husband some too. So it was sweet.
Happy birthday, Thorand.
Yes. Happy birthday, Thorand. We love you.
The silver streak.
The silver streak. Hey, speaking of which, if you have not seen Road to Ruta video today, go watch Bix's video today because he talks about what's going on with the naked shorts and how they just put more money on their balance sheets, which allows them to like kind of get out of their hole that they've dug themselves with these naked shorts. And it really makes sense when you unpack it. I had to have Charlie kind of like, I was like, wait, I have to pause because this is where Bix starts going, he starts saying things like, oh, it's so Captain Obvious. And I'm like, huh? And so then Charlie helps me kind of unpack it. We have a discussion about it, my Charlie. And it really does look like that. Yes, that $600 silver is very possible because they are going to be able to cover all those derivatives and all that naked short that they've got hanging out. Like literally they're hanging out like that. They're going to have to pump the price to be able to cover all that, with physical or
Yeah,
with,
at some point it breaks.
yeah. So they cover it in between, they pay it off, but they have to pump the price up to say, oh yeah, no, it's worth so much more now. So anyway, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Bring it.
So with that said, will we have a Bitcoin pizza moment for silver? Will this last weekend, will Thorand be the guy? Will those Mercury dimes be the pizza moment, the Bitcoin pizza moment? Will it be the Mercury dime bartender moment?
Yeah, I could have bought the whole bottle. Could have bought the whole bar with it.
I could have bought the whole bar with one Mercury dime and Thorand was giving them away. Wouldn't that be funny?
Man. I'd buy that for a Mercury dime.
Yeah. Who knows? What would the irony of that be?
It happen. You never know. You never know. I think everything's going up real quick in the second half here. I really do. And you're gonna have the bill passed, and all uncertainty's gone. We just had what was the S&P hit a all-time high today in stock market. So I mean, it's primed. I mean, the markets are telling us that we're not in recession. The markets are telling us that more money's coming in. The markets are telling us that things are going to go up, and it's going to. I mean, that money's going to get soaked up somewhere, and it's about time for a crypto bull run. Perfect timing.
That Trump had a recent. He went back to this, and he's talked about this before. He's mentioned the paperclip before, and I always thought he was talking about the Operation Paperclip. But somebody did this like decode on it, and it's really interesting the way they unpacked this. They went back to 1817, and they talk about the markets. It's not about Operation Paperclip. It ties it to the New York Stock Exchange. And which, I mean, I know people in Bix, I swear to God, if you're watching, I apologize. I know that makes you crazy, but the Nasera Jacera stuff and them selling our birth certificates and all this stuff, a lot of people believe that those are our birth certificates are like bonds or whatever being sold on the stock exchange, whatever. I don't know. I just hear about these things. I don't necessarily have any information, but it is interesting for that to be talked about. And then they're talking about the paperclip is us as like a manufactured tool bent into shape, binding things together. It should have never been collected, then discarded without a thought.
Okay.
So this is like 41 seconds. I think it's kind of interesting. I hope it's sharing. Let me go back and forth to double check. Yeah.
Fantastic. But I said on interest, I said, why couldn't we, if a car is made in the United States only, because otherwise we don't care if it's made someplace else, give the people that buy the car a deduction on the interest that they're paying to buy the car. And people said, what a great idea. It's so simple. It's like the paperclip. Somebody came up with the idea of a paperclip many years ago, 1817, and he became a very rich person. And everybody looked at it and said, why the hell didn't I think of that? But it's like the paperclip, but only if the car is made in America. Remember that, James. We're going to keep those Michigan auto factories broadcasting.
So he's talking about the paperclip, and it's like the paperclip. And if the
Interesting.
if the paperclip is us, and it marks the founding of the New York Stock Exchange Board, and were used and manipulated and then thrown away like a paperclip typically is.
Yeah, what's the 1817 year? I'm scrolling through events of 1817 to see how that ties in somewhere.
Yeah, this was really interesting to me, especially watching it go up so much today. If you're mentioning that it went to these highs, and talking about what they're doing with silver, well, they have to make it go up to cover all the naked shorts. Well, if there's all this naked short, they have to get it up high, because if people are going to come for the solid asset, which is us, do they have to pump it up first? Because they know they're going to have to cover their ass, because the people are going to come for the truth. We're going to come for our assets, for ourselves.
Yeah.
Going to call a naked short on Wall Street.
They could. I mean, I guess the downside of that, though, is what happens to everybody's retirement. And then it becomes kind of a reset, like Road to Ruta stuff, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Road to Ruta.
You'd have to like break everything and restart it some differently. That's what you'd have to do. And so, yeah, you could break it that way.
Also, I found a new Wizard of Oz I did not know existed. It's called Return to Oz, and it is, do not let your children watch it. It's very scary. From the 80s. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it, but what was it? They had the Wiz. I remember that.
TikTok's in it. TikTok is a robot. He's a little military
You know what? Okay. I think that's based on an L. Frank Baum book, because he wrote several of the Oz books. Yeah. So I never saw the movie, though.
It's scary. And he's all copper, and which makes sense. And she has to keep winding, and sometimes he can still move, but his thinking is not working. And sometimes and then he sneaks in somewhere and pretends that he's a statue, to be able to save her later. It was really interesting. Return to
Oz.
Mm-hmm. It's on Prime right now.
Okay. It's from the 80s, you said?
Oddly. Yeah. It's scary, though. Don't watch it around your kids like it. Yeah.
They do their own thing.
Yeah. It was very weird.
Huh. Add that to the list.
Yeah.
I should write it down or I'll forget.
I'll send you a text later.
Right. Don't respond. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh gosh. It is just really interesting. But Bix was also talking about, if you're a private road member, which we are, I need to go watch I didn't have time today, but I've got to go watch the Jenny Moonstone interview with Bix, because he was saying Jenny was kind of unpacking this, what he was talking about, like where they're going to they're going to make themselves whole or figure out how to get themselves out of these naked shorts, but that silver's going to pump here, So it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
And then you're
Not
seeing these
really.
announcements of, the future forecasting group guys are
Mhm.
talking about Trump being there with the Fed chair and the Treasury chair, and them announcing like a gold, silver backed currency, and then something about 10 cents on the dollar or something. So I don't know if that's a ending the Fed note, trading it in. Many countries like, Mama used to talk about it all the time. She goes, in my country, that happens all the time. The currency dies, and you have to bring in your notes, and they give you new ones, and they just have more zeros on it. And, this happens all the time. But in America, we haven't gone through that. We've been so
It's been a
spoiled.
while. Yeah. We haven't had that kind of monetary crisis in a while.
I think we're about to go through that, and people will flip out.
Assets comes down to assets. You got to
Mhm.
have it in your hand. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Not going to get it.
Yeah.
It'll cost you a lot to get it, but who's going to take dollars? You know what I mean? You're not going to really get it with that. You're going to have to barter somehow for a time until there's the money, faith in money is restored. Um, the other interesting thing that Trump today in his press conference asked about Bitcoin. He says it's
Yeah.
good for the dollar. Basically, what did he write? He put
He kept calling himself
takes
the president of the industry.
yeah. He says it takes pressure off the dollar. Bitcoin does, which was an
Yeah.
interesting comment.
Hmm.
I think that just means because it's going to find a home for dollars and it's going to soak them up, and so that kind of soak up debt basically. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what cryptos, I think, were invented for, to kind of transition you out of the whole debt-based system and soak it all up. And, because if it's digital, you can make it worth whatever you want. It can soak up as much money as you want it to soak up.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So if crypto soaks up the debt and silver and gold are the asset, is that how that would work? Is that how
Oh,
that
they would always be assets. I mean,
they're
especially if
all
you've got more money pouring into the system, and yeah, it drives up the price of Bitcoin and other cryptos. Um, you're gonna want to. I mean, think about it. If you got $100,000 Bitcoin that goes to $1 million, you might start thinking, maybe I should put that in something else like gold or silver. You know what I mean? So I think you'll get a lot of spillover on that side of it. Um, yeah, it'll always be a sound asset that people want to hold. I mean, I think that's a good plan. You make a bunch of money, in crypto, put it in some precious metals.
Yeah, there was a really
Always get rid of them anywhere. You can always trade it into whatever currency is available. I mean, somebody will always take it. So
yeah. And right now, when we go through this uncertain time and this transition, I think a really fun way um, people can watch our friend Crypto Experiences by St. Jerome, his channel. And he has been introducing people to these gold back notes, and they have this great art on them. They have physical gold in them. No one's getting a kickback, but you can buy them from through St. Jerome, or he can show you where he does great videos on it. He shows you where they're starting to put in these ATMs, um, which that's very American, like easy. People can do that on their own. It's a feeling of privacy, although I don't know if I don't forgot to ask him if there's KYC on that or not. Do you remember?
in buying them or using them, which
In purchasing them at the ATM, maybe
that's a good question. I don't
maybe
know.
St. Jerome will let us know in the chat. But um, I thought that was kind of, no KYC. So whatever through, I guess if you use your credit card, that would be on
Yeah.
your credit card side or whatever. But I guess maybe you could use cash
Yeah.
and then be able to buy gold or silver that way. But those gold back notes are really beautiful, and they're a great
Yeah.
way um, to have gold and silver in a recognizable denomination and be able to barter and trade with that. I thought that was really kind of cool.
Yeah,
So,
because you used to have gold backs, but they were redeemable, for $20 in gold, it's like the silver certificate, $1 in silver. You could go to, a bank and they'd have it and you could take it, redeem it.
mhm,
But that was still, you had a third, an intermediary, it represented gold. You could turn it in for gold as long as the bank was open, whereas this is actually gold. I mean, it's gold in it. It's got that weight, whatever it says on it, in there. And, you know, of course, as you get more gold in it, the bills become bigger, you know. And it's because you gotta get the gold in it, you know, and it's still gotta be
Right.
flexible like a bill. We used to have big bills in our currency in the past.
Okay, so talk a little bit about that. What's the point of either having or not having big bills? Like, why would they want to do away with that?
Big bills physically, or big bills is with a lot of zeros.
Like a lot of zeros.
A lot of zeros. Yeah, I know we had a $10,000 bill at one point, and if you think about it, I don't know when that was retired. I think Salmon P. Chase, I think he's a Supreme Court justice, was on it, and he $10,000. And I mean, think about that in 1950 or something. You know, $10,000. I mean, you're buying a house, nice house, for that price, and you know, and that's one bill. You know, so that was a lot of purchasing power, and I think that's a lot of what it is. You know, it takes money out of the hands of the people. You know, so if you've got wealth, if you take those big bills out of circulation, who wants to have a stack of $100 bills when you had a stack of $10,000 bills? Now you've 10x, you know, the room that you have to, you know, put in. And so then it goes, oh, now we only have hundreds, and, you know, and 50s and so on down the line. It's just so that you can't really preserve as much wealth. It's harder to keep as much wealth in your hand. I don't even say wealth, or the money in your hand. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you've got to have a stack of 20s, you know, that's all that's available, then that's really inconvenient. You know what I mean?
Right.
Carrying that around. So they're trying to make it inconvenient. So they're taking away the penny at the other side. The nickel is going to be
Yeah.
next, because, you know, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to squeeze it at both ends until, why do we even use this crap anymore? And you got people begging for it. You know, it's all generational. You see how it takes generations to do this. The cell phone, the same way. You know, it's like, oh, there's waves that come, and now everybody's got one. It's gonna be the same thing with digital stuff. You know, if it's the cell phones out there and you got a computer in your pocket, cryptocurrency is viable and you can use it. And so you take away the money, you squeeze it away, make it all digital. How many people pay in cash anymore? I mean, how many people do you see paying cash like at a gas station?
I mean, a lot of people don't
Hardly ever.
even have cash. We
I
were
know.
at an estate sale this morning, and one of the ladies was in line with a whole bunch of stuff, and she was like, "What do you mean it's cash only?"
That's the way
And
it was at the bar.
yeah, I walked up and I gave her my, money for my little pink glass bunny, and I walked off. I was like, "See ya." Yeah, and that was the end of that. So, mhm.
I'm
Yes,
out
I'm out. Give me my pink glass bunny. I'm out of here.
on my pink glass bunny, and I'm hopping
Gangster
out.
style. Yes. Mhm.
Thanks for
You could never have too many pink glass bunnies, apparently.
Road to hell is paved with unbought pink glass bunnies. Yes.
Mhm. Not when I'm around, but I buy them all.
Gotcha.
I buy them all.
Get them all.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they're going to take it digital. There's no doubt about it. What was it? Lutnick said July is going to be a great month. And then one of the other, I don't think it was Loomis. Maybe it was Cynthia Loomis. Said that by the end of September, they're going to have all this crypto legislation done in place. So that takes uncertainty out of the market. Markets don't like uncertainty. That's a pretty bullish sign, especially with new money coming into the market, and all these wars going away, which, you know, come on, really, we're gonna have World War III? I'm not buying it.
We just did last weekend.
Oh, that's right, it's 12 days.
We
Yeah,
did
that's right.
3 days, no deaths.
Yeah,
8
I know.
people died in Lake Tahoe in a storm, but,
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Mostly fine.
Oh, come on, man, that was a crazy storm too.
Yes. Once I get moved and we build our new house, you guys will see all the rabbits I have. Mostly they're white rabbits, which Bix called me out. I did not realize all the connection with all that, which is
Get
kind
into
of
the
funny.
posts, follow
Yeah,
the white rabbit.
and all my posts where I do the Alice in Wonderland thing, and I'm like, oh, she has blonde hair, and then followed down the rabbit trail, and then Bix, has been to my house several times, and one time he's walking around my house, and he's like, so you got a thing for rabbits? Yeah, it's kind of funny, huh? Isn't that
It
funny?
is funny.
Yeah, that's more of the qualia nodding at us,
Yep.
Like sometimes we don't even realize how much we're already playing into it, or a part of it, or it's around us, or it's been around us, you know, kind of,
Recognizing it,
yeah,
becoming, engaging it instead of fighting it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
submitting to it.
Submitting to it.
What did you just, we were just talking, you were talking about floating down the river,
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah. Get in the canoe
instead
and
of
float down the
paddling
river.
against it or something.
Right, right. When you don't know what you're doing, where you're going, you're in turmoil, what do? You just get in the canoe, let the river take you wherever it goes, and no judgment. You just, wherever it leads you, that's where it's supposed to lead you. And you'll know when you know. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. Just relax. Jeez. Stressing over all this stuff.
Yeah. The great part is that, like, especially looking at Vedic astrology or some of these things, like a lot of this we've already, on a soul contract kind of level, we've already kind of hashed it out or
I think we already
discussed.
kind of know what we're in for,
Yeah.
kind of waiting for it. I
Yeah.
think a lot of us have felt that way for a long time. We're just kind of waiting for, okay, we're waiting for this transition thing. We're waiting for the big show. We know it's coming. That's why I'm here. Don't let my sand run through my hourglass. I signed on to this. We got a deal. Let's get it on. So it can't
Right.
be
But
too
when
long.
you go to, like, my son loves to ride roller coasters.
Mhm.
It's not about getting off the roller coaster. It's about being on the roller coaster. It's about having that vestibular experience. I think I'm using the right word. When we're in the Kraken, um, it's to change our DNA, to change history and our story, and
To
to change,
activate you.
yes, to activate us, to
All that
have,
latent energy and that latent
yeah.
DNA and brain cells and all that stuff. Just
And we need to go through these experiences to do that so that we can
right.
change, ultimately, like, consciousness and all of that, and generationally, forwards and back, so that we can,
Fix the chain.
do more together. Yeah.
Repair the chain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, if we didn't have shock events, if we didn't have, these birthing pangs, hitting us and, squeezing on us and all that stuff, if we didn't have all that stuff, then we'd be sitting on the couch watching Netflix and, eating, you know what I mean? It's like, it's so easy to just fall into, whatever, so you got to have something to shock your system a little bit to get you up and get you moving again and get you on a different path. Sometimes that's necessary.
I'm going to share a couple of pictures intermittently of the meetup of some of our friends,
Oh, great. I can imagine.
just for fun,
Okay.
because they're so cute. Here is the one and only Daddy-O. He stole my glasses.
He looks like the dude from Six Flags. You're talking about roller coasters, bump, 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 bump,
Oh,
bump, bump,
so
bump, bump,
cute.
bump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he likes to party.
He does like to party. Oh gosh, how do I move this? Now I've got it covering my spot. Okay. Remove. All right. We can keep talking. Then just every once in a while I'm gonna pop one up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were gonna
Nope.
go through the camera roll.
Nope.
Like
Because
little
otherwise
slideshows.
it's gonna be pictures of my dog and antiques, and it'll be boring for people.
Okay, well, you go through it while we're talking, I guess.
Yeah. Because it's gonna be boring for people.
Yeah. So I take it you didn't get your invitation to the Bezos wedding since you're here.
No.
No, it was in Italy or something. They said it cost over $25 million for the
Venice.
wedding
Venice.
in Venice. Oh, what happened?
Because they were throwing dummies of him, but she floats because
Well, I can see why.
she has so much filler. Like, she doesn't even look. Have you seen the pictures of her before and after? She's so much filler in her face. She was a beautiful girl before.
I don't know why they do that. I mean,
It's insane.
a little bit.
Yes. My sweet friend Thorand made me this shirt because I say allegedly funny.
Isn't it?
Anyway, and so I wore this on Friday. I wore my allegedly shirt on Friday.
Allegedly, you wore it.
Allegedly,
See a picture of you in it.
I did. I'll find it. I'll find
All right,
one.
you're gonna have to prove it now.
Yeah, and then it won't be allegedly. Oh my gosh, we got some awesome antiques. I mean, I'm flipping through these pictures and I'm like jonesing a little bit. So There was this one, I'm searching Facebook Marketplace while we're there. We're driving around. I'm sending Charlie to all these little towns. I'm like, you got to go pick up.
I know you're on different missions.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this morning I have a show, WBRT, that I'm on. That I love these guys and they're really smart. And I'm just kind of there learning a lot. Like when I hang out with Westwood and learn about all kinds of stuff. But I'm
Not for me.
yes, I am from you all the time. But so Charlie shows up at this sweet little lady's house. She's like 70 years old. And he's like, I'm here for the dolls. Well, they're not really dolls. They're actually porcelain figures from Dresden, Germany. And they're ballerina and they're this lace. And it's like, they're very hard to find, especially hard to find in good condition because Dresden was bombed the shit out of and destroyed. And anyway, and so she was like, she was showing, so he shows up and she goes, well, I hope your wife really likes these. He goes, oh no, these are for me. I collect these. And her face was just like, okay. And he said her husband was out working on the car or whatever. And he's like, looked up and was surprised. But yeah, and then I found another lady had like 5 boxes of all pink glass. And she's like, I just want them out of here. Like, we found so much good stuff. There's so many good antiques in your area.
Yay.
I know.
We got a lot of old people in the area.
Not everybody else
They live a while.
so excited, but I was super excited. Here's a shot from the bar. Our sweet friend Marky and Thorand on the end there, and Mark Weems in the green. So this is another angle.
Nice.
The Westwood bar.
Looking this way from the end of the bar.
Yeah. I hope I'm not doxing you.
We've all been public.
Expose you. Expose you.
Don't expose me, no. Oh, no, it's always an emotional drain, when everybody leaves. It gets you. It's just because all that energy just disappears,
Yeah.
And then it's like, wow, back to normal. Crazy. Billy, stop. Marky made these wonderful cookies and brought them and decorated them all, hand decorated them. So wonderful.
And they tasted like a marshmallow.
Isn't that crazy?
They were amazing. And then Daddy was popping them in the microwave for 11.
Yeah, put some chocolate and some graham crackers on them.
Ooh, that would have been good. A piece of chocolate between those. I did not even think about that. Dang it.
Dang it. Yeah.
That would have been perfect. But I would have actually eaten a whole one then. They were delicious. Thank you, Marky. You're amazing.
Yes.
And Remarkable. Go check out her channel. Oh Lord, I got some. Okay, hold on. I will play a slide of this because I could not get him to stop talking. And so I kept laughing hysterically. I may have the video actually. I do have the video. Okay. I might play the video of this because so I was laughing so hard. I was trying to take pictures, but he wouldn't stop talking. And so then finally I just put a video on and tried to screen grab some because he's like, what about this? What about this? What about this? Should I do this? Should I move? Should I? Who do you think I'm talking about?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, just stop talking. Did I suck in enough?
15 or 20 fucking pictures.
Okay, stop talking.
One might be good.
Okay, wait. Okay. He's such a ham.
Got like 10. Okay.
I laughed so hard.
While moving back.
Oh gosh, I just laughed so hard. And so
Where are all these pictures of this guy?
I know. So I laughed so hard. I was just tap, 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 taking all these pictures. But I think the best ones were like the ones where he was like, had his chin.
Yeah.
This one. Yes. I think
That's
that
what I'm
was my
thinking.
favorite one.
I have to get it made up and frame it, stick it over there on the wall.
So funny. I was laughing so hard I could hardly
Nuts.
breathe.
Shut up.
No, stop talking because a bunch of them before I started recording, his mouth is like, oh, because he's just talking the whole time. Oh God, it was funny.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what you do. Everybody wants to come here and talk.
Well, and
Engage.
he's so ginormous. He like we couldn't get the scooter to start or where, so he just like picks it up
You
and
can move
walks
it.
over there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't have a battery hooked up to it. You got to kick start it. So what I'll do, since I haven't ridden it in a while, so I have to just bring a car battery out and jump it and start it and then take the and then once it's warm, you can re-kick start it, if it's been sitting for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's a Biaz niche to kickstart when it's cold for a while.
FedEx closes 100.
In flip-flops too.
Oh, that's dangerous. You could
Mhm.
impale your foot. He also gave mom, he was giving out silver rounds to everybody or a lot of people. Daddy-O was, which was very generous as well. Lots of generous people that
Wow, a
came.
lot of generous silver giver outers.
Yeah. And he picked out one specifically for me that was really cool. I loved, and I still have it. And I put it in a little thing so it won't turn. And then Charlie put it away in the safe force. And then he picked this one for mom, and it was so sweet because when my dad passed, when they came to take his body away, there was a young eagle came and sat outside my mom's bedroom window when my mom and I were in there and we were waiting. And so then my mom keeps my dad's ashes in a special urn that has like a young eagle on it. And so then for Daddy-O to pick this coin to give to mom, it was just super sweet. It's just more of that like fam bam connection kind of thing. And it was super sweet. So thank you for that.
On the same page.
Yeah. So we brought that back to mom. Oh, more dog pictures. Antiques.
Dog humping Westwood picture.
Well, I think it's Franny getting after Charlie's leg, actually. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, there's some happy hour roadshow. Here's our little setup in the corner. I almost got your butt in that picture. Thank goodness
Oh
I
no.
not scan up.
Oh yeah, I'm right up there. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Dang it.
Sorry. Yeah. So that's across the street behind the window there, you guys. That's a whole like.
Thank you for not showing the other pic, that you've got of the so thank you.
Oh,
Of the higher shot. You don't want to show that one.
I won't. I'll make sure I not scroll live.
Delete it. Delete it.
Oh, and this guy was having everybody take shots.
Chewy.
Oh,
Chewy.
it didn't work. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, 17 seconds. Bellow something. Somewhere.
He's taking them too. What was that a shot of?
You go, what is that a shot?
Yeah, I missed that one. What was that one?
I don't know. It was like cinnamony caramel.
Oh man. At the end of the night, when we're getting ready to leave, I must have done, I know 3 of those pickle juice shots, maybe 4. I don't even know. Because he's just pouring them out and slamming them.
I was not doing the pickle shot.
Well, they're all solid. I don't know. It's just weirdly delicious. Yeah, salty, briny, I like the weird stuff though. I don't like the bland stuff. I like the, the flavors. It's like the scotches. I like those intense flavors. That's me.
Oh, here's me and Uncle Steve.
Yep. Hot rods.
So sweet. Yes, that is the hot rod crew. That's the racing crew.
That is the racing crew making a pit stop at the room.
Yes, and there's Mark Williams in the back, and there's old Polly P. Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah, it's funny. He's got a T-shirt just says "wasn't me."
Mm-hmm.
Good one.
Sneaking a peek over the shoulder.
That's a good one.
Oh,
She left me roses by the stem.
there's Kent and Marky and Mark
Laughing it up.
laughing it up.
Everybody's always laughing and having a good time. Everybody's got a smile on their face. I mean, really, didn't everybody have a good time? I think
I think
everybody
so.
had a great time.
Yeah. Here's Polly and Vonnie and his wife having a great time.
Brought some awesome tequila, and the cigar I'm smoking right now was out of a box that they brought me.
And they brought me a bottle of vodka from Michigan, which is where my mother was born and raised, which was very sweet. And it was good. We had, I made drinks for all of us. I made them Fresca vodkas, and then I had my Waterloo vodka out of it.
Missed out on that round too.
Well, you're slacking, dude.
Slacked it.
Slacking. Oh, here's Kent waving, but it's kind of a dark picture. I don't know if you can see. And there he is right there with his Team Mighty shirt on. And there's some people at the bar and people over here. Can't really see though. It's kind of dark. Then it gets dark. Oh, here's me and Zach from WBRT. And let's see. Oh, here's a good one of me and Kent.
There you go.
It's cute. And oh, here's me and Polly P.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Was not me.
Mhm.
Polly P.
More of Wally being silly. Oh, here's a cute one with Marky.
Why are you over here about that? So
Yeah. Sweet Marky.
that's a nice pick.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's the video. I don't know if we should play that. I always worry about the videos.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Unedited videos. Look out.
Play those later. Somebody might say something they wish I hadn't said. Here's
Join the Patreon.
Thorand.
See the unedited video.
Yeah.
There's Thorand next to a bottle of Crown. Imagine that.
Shocker. Yeah. Never far away.
He's got it tied to his hip. He swings it around like janitor's keys, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I like this one better. This is cute where he's like he's on his little chin. That's cute.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday to Thorand.
Yes. Happy birthday, Thorand. Antiques. Hold on, I have to get through the day of shopping.
Allegedly.
Oh, I don't know if I should show this picture or not. Someone's laying on the couch.
Oh, I bet you I know who it is.
They're
Oh,
wearing
maybe not.
a cowboy hat.
No, that wasn't me.
I'll probably pass because there's no shaming. Oh, here's a great pic. Mitch and Daddy-O.
There we go.
That's a great pic.
Looks like opposing teams. You know, they got their different colored shirts on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Ron. I'm intending to, I'm hoping we get some good news quickly, and then we're intending to have one in the spring, a meetup in Fort Smith. So that's the plan.
Oh, why not a January meeting here in Illinois?
No, thank you. You can't find the road in January in Illinois. Oh, here, wait, I have another great one. Howie won and his sweet wife came. I was so excited.
Thank you for the pizzas.
Yes.
I forgot to shout him out. They brought a couple of pizzas on Friday night.
So nice. And so she came last year as well,
Mhm.
but they I didn't get to talk to them. So I was so glad they came back again. Such a great couple. Yeah.
Back in October.
And Howie's been to many
He's
meetups.
been
Right?
in, yeah, he's been to quite a
Yeah.
few.
I'd only come to his, met his wife one other time. And so
Uh-huh.
didn't get a good chance to talk to him, but I got to talk to them this time. So that was fun. Oh, here's a fun pic. Well, maybe make sure there's not a better one. Next one. Oh, much better one. Next one. Okay. This one's so cute. So we've got Allie Mack. We have Moto King in the back. We have Durand. My hubby's in the blue shirt talking in the back. Mark Weems in the front. Polly P in the front. And our little Remarkable in the front with Allie Mack. So good stuff. Good people. So sweet. Love our crew.
Beautiful women of Westwood.
Yes.
Deserve roses.
And then these two characters. I
Oh
don't
no.
know who let them in the bar,
Oh man.
but they cause some trouble everywhere they go.
Stir it up. Always bring a rowdy crowd.
Yeah. So it was a great event. We had a really good time. And
In spite of the heat and the humidity.
yeah. Yeah.
Actually wasn't bad in the shade outside with the breeze blowing. So, you know, with that going on, it wasn't too bad.
I didn't think it was bad at all.
Oh.
Here's a little Litecoin Underground shout out. My hubby and Kent wearing the Litecoin Underground hats. That was kind of fun.
Rocking the Theta shirt under the pavilion.
That's right. It's so funny. All the things. Okay. More antiques, more shopping. Okay. I think
That's it?
I think
All
that's
the pictures you have?
that's all I have. I really, so
I know.
listen,
I got like 10 pictures.
I was going to say,
That's it.
Linda, you're worse than I am.
I am. I admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
And I snagged some of those pictures from the chat because not all of those are even my pictures. I got those from friends, but grateful for everybody that
I'm
joined
sure
us.
Paulie's got a bunch of them. He hasn't posted yet.
Yeah.
Paulie's always got a bunch of pics.
He's like the stalker picture taker, though. He's like goes around. You don't even know he's taking a picture.
know.
He's taking pictures.
Leans.
Yeah. He's
It's like a
big.
cartoon character, you know, behind the tree where he disappears behind the tree and then back behind the tree.
Yeah.
Like a Sasquatch does, you know, looks around the tree, peeks out.
But he's also one of the most generous people I know. because
Absolutely.
every time he shows up, he's got T-shirts for people. He's
always
giving
got something made.
He's
Soap,
bringing
he sent soap, he sent syrup,
Yeah.
he sent
yes
all this stuff. I don't know
every
what
time.
else.
He's like he's the Santa Claus.
St. Paulie. It's St. Paulie.
Aw, there you go.
There it is.
He's
Yeah,
so
no,
sweet.
Paulie, you and Mitch are 3 people that have been to every one of these. Haven't missed one.
Yeah.
The 3. And then there was
Well,
one.
since they're the happy hour meetups, I kind of have to be there.
Come on.
It's
Come on, girl.
I'm kind of your sidekick, or you're kind of my sidekick, or we're kind of peas and carrots.
Yeah, I'm the sick kick. That's what I am.
I don't know about that.
No,
We're
no,
part
it's fun.
podness.
And we haven't all the time done a happy hour at every meetup. I don't think. I mean, there have been a couple that we maybe just did it here in the bar.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was 1 or 2 where we didn't. We just we didn't go out and do one. We just had a meetup here.
Oh, I'm not
I
aware.
think we did it live from the bar here, this bar. But I don't think we went to a bar a couple of times.
Oh, I'm not aware.
Yeah.
No telling.
Who knows?
I don't know. But
Always a good time though.
it is always a good time. It's always with good friends and always learning things. I always love that. We also had our friend Daniel came from
Oh, that's
Coinflip,
right. Daniel from Coinflip.
and his sweet girlfriend, and she brought her little brother who
Yep,
was
Crystal and Preston.
Yes, she's really smart and beautiful, of course. And then he is a really smart young man, and he had so much, or he seemed to have so much fun. He and Crypto Experiences by St. Jerome were like playing chess on a digital thing, and then they started playing card games. And it was so cool to watch, different generations. Of
Yeah.
course, Crypto Experiences by St. Jerome as a teacher, and then watching this young man, and they were like really engaging on this really cool level, like teaching each other card games. And I was like, man, that's what old parties used to be, like in the 50s, people would, couples would get together and they'd
Go over to
play
somebody's
cards.
house and everybody's over there and
Yeah. Yeah.
playing canasta.
Yes. Playing card games and having snacks and
Right.
martini with their pinky up. Shout out to Parker Blair. We missed you.
October, baby.
Yeah. All the things, So
That's kind of what this is in a lot of ways. That old school, community get together, like you used to do. Hey, every Tuesday night, we're going over to Sandy's and going to play canasta. It's going to play euchre. And that's what they did. Yeah, no, that was that generation. They definitely did that. I remember my grandparents doing that stuff.
Yeah, and family and community knew what was going on, and if somebody was in trouble or needed something.
Kids out of line, and it's not getting past anybody.
No. Mm-mm.
Community policing.
Yes.
That's how it worked.
That is how it worked.
Yep.
Wild.
Now we put spyware on our kids' phones. Anyway.
Yeah, and our children tell us that, well, my children don't, because I wouldn't tolerate that crap, but I hear people say, well, my kids say I can't look at their phone. They need their privacy. I'm like, huh? No. Yeah,
I'm sure you do.
That's crazy. We did just have some great Supreme Court rulings come through today.
Allowing us to do things that we can already do.
So ridiculous. Trump did make a statement, and he said it was a return to the Constitution.
It's just reaffirming it. That's the crazy thing right now. We have to reaffirm our rights. And I guess, that's a bloodless revolution if in such we use the system to kind of, even though we really don't need to, but we use it to reaffirm the rights. And now it's okay. Everybody see, we told you, quit worrying about these fat governors that, trying to tell you what to do.
No, it was insane when, so it was this big, basically. So they kind of broke apart that these district judges were running over and trying to, use their power. It's kind of like the Chevron doctrine thing where they were, saying like, oh no, we get to have our little fiefdoms and then make rules all over everyone. So these district judges were saying, well, if we make a ruling in our court, then it rules for all the land.
Right.
And it's like, no. Yeah.
Or one group of people.
Yeah, no. You and your corrupt court and your corrupt district, whoever put you in that position, sure, you guys can have that ruling, but it does not rule for all of the nation. Right. And so it's literally, Pam Bondi read off the list, and it's like, the usual suspects: California, Maryland, DC.
What out of the, 94 districts or something?
It was 35.
I'm
sorry, 5.
Yeah, yes. 5 of the districts were responsible for 35 out of 40 of the shoot down things, the blocking. Yes. So, it's concentrated in those areas that we all know where they are, very left-leaning areas, I guess you could say. And, it applies to the whole rule, the whole land. That's what the Supreme Court's for. And they just, settled it straight, and that's, there you are.
And so they've now cleared that all up. And so
why? Because they don't know what they're doing.
That's right. Get your tip jar. You've got a swear jar there in the bar.
I do.
Make sure. That's one of my favorite memes was Trump putting the money in the swear jar.
I know you sent me that. Come on.
I thought it was so cute.
That's a good one.
I loved it. But my mother taught me. So my mother is a great writer, amazing writer. And she's written a couple books and published some books, and she's always taught me the power of language.
Yeah.
And I chose to use different language when I was smaller. I still use some colorful language today, but there is a place for righteous anger in our
Oh no, I mean, you need to show passion once in a while,
Mhm.
and the full force of those words can be impacting. No, I mean, sometimes you do. I mean, because some people don't get the point, and you just got to escalate it.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to bring it to a different level. So,
Yep, something they can understand.
yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yep.
So, anyway. I also remember Trump saying something about July 9th being the end or the end of the show kind of thing. So, and then I was watching Joni Petrie today and Cliff High's data talking about a tanker being sunk on July 2nd. And then yesterday there was, and I'm not saying that this would be the same thing because I think it will be a separate issue or could be a separate issue, but there was a large tanker with lots of cars sunk off of Alaska yesterday, but I don't know. And then Joni Patrice talking about shipwrecks and volcanoes under the Earth's surface and the Ring of Fire. And I don't know. There's just some wild happenings kind of pushing around out there for July
The end of the world,
or at the beginning.
or a new beginning.
Yeah.
That's the cycle, baby.
Mhm.
The way it is. Gotta have that phoenix rise from the ashes, I guess.
Oh, thank you for my hat. By the way, I meant to wear it
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
No, you're welcome.
I should run in and grab it. It's in my room.
Which one?
I know you gave me two. That was very sweet.
Well, that's the decision. Which one?
Well, I like the white hat always, of course.
I figured you would. That's why I'm like, yeah, let me bring this one out.
But I really love I'm also, a fan of history and collectible things. And I think that Phoenix hat
I
is
like
gonna
that
end up being very
with the
collectible.
Litecoin in the mouth. You see that?
Oh, did it
It's
have
got
a
a
light?
yeah, it's got a Litecoin up there in the mouth.
Okay, now I gotta run and
Now
get it.
you got to get it.
I'll be right back.
She didn't realize that it's sound money for the digital age. About to find out. A lot of stuff getting built on Litecoin right now. A lot of eyes going to be on it. Just saying. For $84.
Okay. Hold on.
All right.
So this is the one that I asked you to pick up for me at
Yep.
the summit. Because this
That's
is
what
one
they
big
had at the
squares.
first Litecoin summit. They gave those hats away with entrance tickets.
So it says Phoenix Den.
I think that was the company that made it, Phoenix Den. And then if you look up at the mouth, oh, there it is. That little Litecoin in the mouth. Dragon.
But the back says at Exelon.
Well, I don't know then. I don't know.
So
Maybe
it's
they designed the image. Right, Phoenix Den. I'm not 100% sure.
Now I'm gonna go look on Dragon Chain and see if there's a Phoenix Den
There you go.
because I'm a conspiracy theorist and
That was 2018 when that hat came out.
well, I'll go look. But look how cute it is.
Man, oh, look at that. See?
Oh,
Perfect.
do I look like Bixweir?
No.
A little bit.
Mm,
I mean, I resemble him
not really.
a little.
You're a little taller. Oh, wait a minute.
No, I'm not.
And heels.
I'm not either. But that's
You get
cute.
when you got your big heels on, you're standing next to me. I'm like, what the frick happened here?
I didn't wear heels
Gotta
this
I know, but
weekend.
when you do, I'm kind of like,
I didn't wear heels this weekend. I wore tennis shoes.
it was casual.
Unless I was shopping, then I did wear heels.
No heels at Westwood.
No heels at Westwood. And then this was the other cute one you got me that just surprised me. I don't want to get it dirty because I have makeup on.
Lipstick all over it.
Well, I won't put lipstick
Auction it
on,
off.
but I have a really big head, so I have to let the back part out first. It won't
Listen
go on.
up.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's so cute. Thank you.
Black one, Lisa in white.
Because I love the white hats.
Yep. There you go.
You know, I love.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I used to have a white bucket hat too that said Westwood on it, and like
I brought it. You know, I brought it and I didn't
even
wear
wear
it, but I had it the whole weekend and I kept trying to put it with my outfits and then it didn't match, but I had it the whole weekend.
Lost a bucket hat. Story of my life.
I know. You're just lucky you got the Sasquatch one back because you
I
left
know.
it
Thank
in my
you.
car.
I know you could have. That would have been horrible.
So he went somewhere with my husband and then he
No,
left.
when we went to the meetup, I threw it up on the dash.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot, of course, like I always do. That's why I didn't take the backpack this time. I'm like, I'm not leaving that behind again. Somebody else got to grab it. And it's like, forget it.
Oh, well,
Okay.
it was no big deal. But then the next day, I'm like, where's this hat? And I was like, so I get out of the car and I'm wearing Westwood's hat. And he's like, nice hat.
Yeah.
I did
Lost another one. That's what I was thinking. Great.
I did give it back to you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Proof of video, because I wore it in both videos.
That's right.
I believe. I don't think it's out here. I think I wore
And
it.
that's another thing. Polly gave like this really beautiful big blanket that I'm sure somebody slept with one of those nights on the couch.
It's over here on the couch.
Yeah.
Big Sasquatch on it. Says believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, squatchy stuff around here. Squatches.
Yeah. People were bringing all kinds of stuff. Like, that's kind of the thing. Like, when you show up there, everybody wants to bring something. Even Daddy-O brought these like cool, like bracelets for everybody. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing.
Westwood 2025. It's got the little wristband thing.
Yeah. We've got all these points at our liquor store that we can't use. But then we're in this club that you can buy this special whiskey, which we don't drink. But that allows us to buy like special whiskey that other people can't buy. So then we bought some special whiskey for Westwood.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
It was really good. I've got it in a safe spot.
Yeah. So that
Not
was
on the shelf. Sorry.
No, but that was fun because we knew you'd really enjoy that.
I do, and I appreciate that so much because it's good stuff. It's really good.
Yeah. So
I like the different flavors.
Yeah, it's always fun being able to like contribute and everybody kind of bringing their different.
That's what I mean. Everybody does something, and I don't always mention it. I forget, and then I remember later. But I mean, everything around here, it's just crazy.
Well, Mark Weems donating like almost a full cabin.
A lot. Bring a cabin here. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have happened if it weren't for Mark. Not this soon. But no, it's just like pull the trigger, and then that way you get a place to sleep. You don't have to go anywhere. And so, he crashed out in that cabin, had the air running, made it work. He put the beds together, got it all set up. We got bunks and oh man.
All kinds of stuff.
Big help. Thank you, Mark.
It is really great.
Everybody, thank you for making it happen. It's crazy. Crazy to watch it happen.
If you can get to a meetup, go to a meetup because there's people that are sharing knowledge, experience, silver, cryptos,
everything.
But most
everything freedom related.
Yeah, everything freedom related, and they're sharing their ideas, their information. Like if you have questions about stuff, Moto King came and brought stuff to share, and he was sharing new ideas and things that he's learning. It's a great environment where people are just like, how do we build parallel systems outside the corruption, and that is all about community and people making choices for themselves, like what's good for you and your family and what path do you want to take. And that's kind of the way that we choose. So
I mean, we don't all have the same beliefs and see eye to eye on everything, but we all get along great. Because it's safe. Like I always say, choose your path, not hurting anybody. Okay.
Yep. That's
you do you, boo. I'll do me.
That's for sure. So there's the next Westwood meetup will be posted on clintwestwood.net sometime the beginning. It's like the first weekend of October-ish. So kind of make tentative plans. If you can join us, we'd love to see you.
It'll probably be on that first Friday of October, but I'll post everything on the website, details, and show up.
Yeah.
Come hang with us.
And jump in the live chat on our weekly show on Fridays and let us know like how you want to participate or contribute, or if you just are coming for, to learn and get information, whatever. Make yourself known so that we can welcome you when you do join. So we would love to invite you with open arms. So
there you go. Open arms and big hugs.
Yeah, and we also Westwood hosts spaces most every Friday night on X or Twitter at Clint Westwood _ Clint Westwood _
Go to clintwestwood.net and I've got the link to
Yep.
X right at the top.
and you can have some
It'll
great
be like 7:15 tonight. I think I scheduled it already.
Okay, great.
So yeah.
Well, we better wrap up here so you can grab
Yep.
something to eat, and we'll jump on spaces later to see everybody there. And once again, grateful to everybody. So good to see you all, and looking forward to see everybody again.
Yep. Thank you all.
Here's my little video.
America's not the government, people. The America is you. It is the Grand fucking Canyon, the Rocky Mountains, the deserts of the Southwest, the Pacific fucking Ocean, the Atlantic fucking Ocean. It is the grandest continent. And what the fuck have you people done? You have turned yourself into sheep, every goddamn one of you.